Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Investing in players who are not stars, but are solid in the rotation, could be a great option for the Warriors to make changes to the squad. Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report on Thursday, June 6, pitched Kyle Anderson of the Minnesota Timberwolves as a sleeper contract the Dubs should pursue this offseason. Kyle Anderson's versatility would help Warriors on both ends of court. Anderson will play next season at 31 years old. He is far from a superstar, but has posted solid numbers across the board over his 10-year NBA tenure. His career totals are 6.9 points, 4.4 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 1 steal and 0.6 blocks per game across 21.9 minutes of court time per night, according to Basketball Reference. However, Anderson's value to the Warriors would be greater than the numbers that show up on traditional stat sheets, as Buckley laid out. Anderson likely sits on the ambitious edge of Golden State's budget, but there's a universe in which he's open to taking the taxpayers' mid-level exception. He checks a metric ton of boxes on the basketball court, but he is limited as a scorer and spacer, so maybe that eats into his earnings enough to slot him in the affordable category. If the Warriors feel there's even a sliver of hope for having him, then he's worth an aggressive courtship. His aforementioned versatility reaches both ends of the court. On offense, he can function as anything from a 6'9" playmaker to a small ball big. In other words, he could potentially help Golden State replace Chris Paul while also adding new twists to this front court. On defense, his length, instincts and awareness help him keep up with assignments of nearly every style. His quick processing skills would make him a fit in this read-and-react system, and he could enhance the offensive menu by handling either side of a pick-and-roll play. Kyle Anderson would have to agree to substantial pay cut to join Warriors next season. Anderson just completed the final season of a 2-year, $18 million deal in Minnesota and will be an unrestricted free agent this summer. Buckley mentioned the taxpayers' mid-level exception as potential path for the Warriors to land a player like Anderson. According to a Hoops Rumors projection from November 2023 that assumed a league-wide salary cap of $141 million for the 2024-25 season, the taxpayers' mid-level exception would price in at just shy of $5.2 million. That represents a significant pay cut for Anderson. However, a reduction in pay tracks as his numbers were down across the board last season, along with his playing time, as Anderson crossed the threshold into his 30s. Anderson's availability to Golden State is likely to come down to how much interest there is in him around the NBA this summer, as well as how competitive a roster the Warriors can put on the court after an offseason that appears primed for significant personnel turnover.